Hello. It's me. How are we? Yes, we're jumping right into it. So as you can see, hello and welcome to the Pandemonium armor. Well, half of it. I got all my upper torso, including the helmet. That was about an hour ago. I gave myself an extra half hour to have something to properly. Yeah. I did it. I went into Pandemonium. I got a big flaming ring now. Though I am actually a fan of some of the, I think it's Biker's armor. Or the Mage's one, where it's got a, they've got Pauldrons that have the flames instead. I mean, this is intimidating, but still. Hey, Shin! Good to see you. Oh, welcome to the spoiler zone. Remember, if you haven't finished your 1.1 or your 6.1 or your 6.2, spoilers are ahead, you have been warned. Again and again, it's in the title. So, to recall from last time, already have. Cool. I just have to say at the beginning here anyway. So, last time, several months ago, when I last did MSQ, not last time as in last Monday where I did Raid. Last time we did MSQ, we did the dungeon, everyone was scattered, we did a treasure hunt. Turns out we found a dungeon with a bunch of treasure in it, but it also was containing a portal. Well, not a portal, but a crack to the 13th realm, to the void. So there's research going on there, and... Sorry, pardon me. Oh, yeah, so every time I click off the game, it will get the footage will get choppy. That happens to me actually on my screen. But yeah, so, found that out, but we also now are trying to figure out how to spend the wealth of treasure that was in that location since, you know, we did survive final days. Oh, actually, before we continue, 1 second. Yeah, there's no difference. Look at that helm! Bloody hell, that's cool. I've never been able to see my head, though, so... Marx'to. Yeah, it's an Indian accent, but I'm trying not to go too far into stereotype. Oh, Marx'to. I was so glad to see you return unharmed. You finished with the boat, then? Alright, because we also were borrowing a boat. Anything the village desperately needs? I suppose Kazel's loss hit us the hardest. I've been trying to find buyers for my fish. Although I sell a few here and there, it's been much more difficult than before. Everybody is still struggling to rebuild their lives. And now we are just banding together as best we can. You know what? I'm gonna turn it off for a while. Let me just go to my system. I'm gonna turn off mount music for a while. I'm also gonna turn my music back up. I forgot I turned it down because I couldn't hear some people in Discord that well. I'll give that a shot. Let's see. What was I doing? Immediately forgot what I was doing. play music when mounted. Please stop. For the local music, because I use the same mount. Oh, it plays no music when mounted now. How the heck do people get that? Where? Yeah, because it's not even playing the local music. They're under character configuration instead? Yep. If anyone knows, let me know, because I've never done that, but I also know that listening to the same song, like the mount music, I do normally. It's just like, I use this mount all the time. I could see it getting annoying for some people. How fair the port? Well, it's in shambles, isn't it? Trade routes are open once more now that the danger has passed suddenly. But no short number of merchants have had to sell their ships to make ends meet in the short term. To that, the sailors we lost in the final days. It's little wonder the flow of exports is no more than a pitiful trickle. Cazell and his consortium were still with us. I'm sure he would have found a way to turn our fortunes around. Now there's a man who got things done. God rest his soul. Yeah, they were very... It makes sense. He was like the core of everything. But in turn, he was, as we know from MSQ, where he turned into the blasphemy, he did so at a tremendous price of his own despair. Greetings and welcome, traveler. If this is your first visit to Favnir, then you must try my special Amra Lassi. The zest cannot be beat. How much? What would it cost? What would such a wonder cost, you wonder? I normally part with 3 bottles for the generous price of 19,800 gil. But for you, I am willing to sell at even 10,000. You'd be practically stealing from me. I'm not Estinian. Ah! I'm sorry, that's good. Estinian? Who is Estinian? You're the one who was with that spear-tossing fellow. But you can hardly blame a man for trying. I have no good idea if I'm doing even a half-decent accent, by the way. World may no longer be on fire, but we are still sifting through the ashes, so to speak. Just to spare me, we might have that ugly tower back for a scant few yeah, sorry. Brain, like, completely disconnected for a second. And that keeps happening. Just to spare me, we might as well have the ugly tower back for the scant few travelers we see these days. I myself can barely have the coin at local prices. I tell you, if I did not charge for the odd adventurer a small fortune for afternoon tea, I'd be scavenging for scraps in the street. Now return back and report in. I mean, it makes sense. Logistic. Whoa, what did I click? Oh, I clicked it. But it makes a certain level of sense logistically. Yes, I'm looking at something else for a second. Yeah. Yes, Wait, why am I flying like an asshole? I can teleport like an asshole. Brain. Kicking. Yeah, it's... It's not good. It's not a good situation. Final days ultimately crippled them. Everything their industry is based on, all the trade, is essentially useless in the face of real, absolute danger. Oh, snap. Ah, my advisor's return. I just made it back myself. Why have you retained this vessel now that your true form is known? You could have flown across the island in a fraction of the time. Be that as it may, the sight of a massive creature descending from the skies can be startling to say the least. And there are few places I can enter comfortably without risk of flattening some cart or stall. Not wrong. Fair enough. As for my inquiries, the people of Palestine were unanimous in their reply. Hello! They are surviving. Resources were stretched when the refugees were pouring in, but they persevered with some assistance from Yelamat. From what I understand, they have always been an independent community. Hunters and foragers, and the like. I was assured that the jungle provides for their needs for the most part. Blowing! I was thinking about messaging you today, weirdly enough. And then I got busy. I had to do stuff today because I gotta get up early tomorrow, which sucks. Only doing MSQ! Finishing my 6.1! Crazy, right? We're always in sync in some way. Even if it's just slightly off, it's always like, but we're thinking along the lines. I know fish 1.6.1. Yeah, I did the dungeon, and then I dropped it, and that's where we're picking up. Alex has weathered it out better than most did. I myself heard the good news and bad. Also, I got my new raid armor. Not the Savage, just the normal version, but still. The quarrymen were cautiously optimistic, having sold a full wagon of giant's gold to a foreign trader. Such visitors are few and far between. Compared to our best years, the weight of the stone leaving Fafnir has been light indeed. I'll show it again when we get through. Our nation is small and isolated. Its prosperity dependent on the steady stream of export. We must identify all objects to the flow of trade so we may begin working to remove them. Tell me, what did you learn in Akyali and Yelaman? It's bad in different ways. I see. Without a dedicated buyer, the average fisherman must struggle to offload his daily catch. Which is why I believe we should address the lack of ships and shortage of able-bodied sailors in Yelman. I am reminded of a child I spied as I made my way back to the palace. Father lost at sea when the beast sunk their vessel. So many variations of the same tragic tale, repeated over and over, so many lives lost. Yes. The young boy who helped the guy swindle Estinian into getting the map. Enough grief to drown ourselves if we let ourselves be overcome. But we will not. Marx'to, Estinian. I will consider the perspectives you brought me, and I will devise a plan to help my people confront this adversity. Come, I would like you to be in attendance when I announce the proposal to my assembled functionaries. Okay. Wait a second. I'm trying to find thing on my other. I can't edit that from... Yeah, I can't. I was thinking of making the chat a little more intangible. But yeah, look at that ring. Look at that ring of fire.
I thank you for your attendance. The riches
Edge.
Radiant
Yep.
Host have retrieved or hoarded in Al-Zadar's name. A fortune I set aside for a future day of need.
God, I missed voice acting. Voice actor cutscene.
That day hath come. Made aid our wounded city in reclaiming its vibrancy.
Yeah, pretty much.
In better times, I would leave such a task to our capable Ahawan. God's rest his soul. Finding myself bereft of his counsel in the
Work now, because I gotta get ready for bed, but I will message you and we'll catch up properly. Alright, Lulu, you take care. Good night.
office directly.
Yep. We'll get you a desk.
The treasure shall be sold for more convenient currency. Thence, invested into the trading port of Yedlamad. Our merchants must have their operations restored, their ships rebuilt. Commerce must flow once more.
Yeah, pretty much. That's a solid
None
plan.
was spared the tragedy of the final days. Of this, I am well aware. But an absence was created by the loss of Karazal's consortium.
Huzzah.
By filling it, we provide new means for our fishermen, our artisans, and others to bring their wares to distant markets.
It's a good idea. It's a solid plan of being like, well, we just need to get things up to normal and fill the gaps made by
children who were left without family to care for them.
Oh, that's right.
That is a concern which weigheth heavily upon my mind. The simple gift of coin will soon be exhausted, leaving these young souls adrift on the fringes of our society. Nay, a proper solution is needed, one which doth guarantee their
Maybe schooling?
welfare for years to
Housing?
come.
Proper academy sort of thing?
Thou hast surely seen how other nations rise to meet this challenge, adventurer. What dost thou deem the wisest course?
Orphanage. Taxis. Takes a village. Stillshire's orphanage was funded through the trade of highly coveted goods. It's true, that's Zoe. That's actually...
Of course. We can draw on trading profits to build a new institution.
Exactly. Fund child welfare from
Put this idea
taxing.
into practice. A contract shall be written, requiring all who receive of Al-Zadar's treasure to commit a portion of their future earnings towards the running of an orphanage.
I mean, you're basically creating a pretty basic taxing system for community property.
Such an influential policy is deserving of a worthy name.
Something with Kazal seems most appropriate. He did run the entire docks consortium.
A fitting candidate. hard-working and generous man who brought much wealth to our shores. Do any among you object to this proposition? Many here lost loved ones to the beasts.
In that time of strife, any one of us could have broken. Any one of us may have been taken by despair.
It's true. We're just the
When I
ones who
think of
held
Kalzal, I feel no
Steadfast.
hatred. Only a stinging regret that we could not save him as well.
Aww.
Isn't that right, men?
I'm also going to put a lot of brakes on using that
He spoke well
stereotypical
for
Indian
that boy.
accent.
Murad, was it? Perhaps he can cut ties with that shady peddler.
Yeah, you can go into an orphanage under the eyes of a dragon.
This initiative shall be known as the Kalzal Foundation.
Nice.
Nabdeen, thou art to assemble a patrol and ensure that no child in this city liveth in squalor.
Aw. Sweet. Like, immediately, get the soldiers out there. Get those children together so we can house and clothe and take care of them.
Funds and make haste. Our citizens must not suffer a day more than is necessary.
Wait, those are clerks? Like dancers. You get them raiding. In the future,
Dragon
in the
and
future.
man, side by side in pursuit of a brighter morrow. Reminded of Ishgard.
True, though we had to go through that 100 years of lies. Destroy them one by one by people who were profiteering from them. Like, the difference is like the people were generally pretty accepting that, yeah, their leader had secretly been a dragon this whole time because he was a good leader. The people of Ishgard, it was like, oh god, our leader can't be lying. Or thank you for putting Kazal's name, putting forth Kazal's name. Those whose lives he enriched will take comfort in seeing his legacy honored. Forgive me for not speaking sooner, but I bear a message from Archon Y'shtola. He asked that you meet her at the Crucible at your earliest convenience. Understood. Thank you. Y'shtola must have finished her studies of the Void Gate. Shall we hear what she has to say then? I will go with you. I know that Schnapp does have somewhat of an accent, so he will still get an accent. As lightly as I can add it, though. I thought the Sarat would be too busy setting up the foundation. My clerks have been well-oiled cogs of this administration well before Harwind assumed the office. They understand what needs to be done. I am curious to learn what the conclusion of your Archon has reached concerning the gate's unique construction. As you wish. Allow me to lead the way, Your Excellency. Meet up with you guys later. I have a ring of fire. And it burn, burn, burn. That ring of fire. That ring of fire. I remember what I wanted to do. Give me a second. There. So I remember what I wanted to do also on stream beforehand, because I felt like it was going to have some importance with the fact that it's a big part of sort of what we're doing in the story now. And that is, I wanted to do the Reaper storyline because I feel like it will have some significance to what we're getting up to now. So we're gonna quickly take a detour. I'm gonna take a detour and do some, do the Reaper quest. And because I'm almost max level Reaper, this shouldn't be too long. Hey guys. Boss, who's this? Are you sure we should be getting an outsider involved? Thank you for your discretion, Agnes. But it ain't needed. He has personal contracts. He has a personal contract with me. Consider him a mercenary in service to the family. Whatever you say, you say in front of me, you can say in front of him. By your will, boss. A chimera has been making these sands living hell for anyone who dares wander into its territory. Which would be us, since our trade route cuts right through it. The men I've hired to carry my goods are scared to death, and I can't blame them. None of us are fit for monster hunting, so I sent you. I sent for you. But we'll see what we can do, Agnes. You might want to find a rock to hide behind, though. Chimeras aren't known for being the most discriminating of. Time to put your new skills to good use, Marx'to. Yeah, let's go in. Get to hunt. We'll have to draw him out with Myrmidon meat. Now accustom yourself to Reaper's tool and call for your avatar. I've done enough, again, since I've been I leveled Reaper. Obviously, I've done a fair bit with Reaper. Die! Moving more quickly than I could have hoped. Move on to a bit of fun, eh? Your avatar will help strike fear into the hearts of your foes. Giblet will hurt them from flanking from the side. Guillotine to carve yourself some space. Resist this blood. Make sure the circle stands in it. Okay. I mean, I like it because, yeah, you have to, they had to do, even though other classes have role quests, they had to do actual quests for Sage and Reaper so the player base could actually, you know, get used to them. There we go. God, I hate those noises, though. The clacking of mandibles. Heal yourself for a fight. Alright, let's do this. Our trophy arrives. Finish this and I'll let you keep its head as a trophy. So long as your avatar is by your side, these monsters like this are nothing more than easy prey. Show me you've been listening, Marx'to. Give your avatar a feast to remember. Remember to position yourself. Giblet from the side, gallows from the rear. Simple enough. Which head? I would have seen the lion head. Or you could cut it off far enough to get all three. go! I'm sorry, your death is due. Ah, look at that. I mean, to be fair, we could chop its head off ourselves now that we're a Reaper. There we go. All done. My glasses didn't even drop off. Bloody impressive work, that. I knew there was something about you. But truth be told, I didn't expect you to make such clean work of that chimera. I reckon I might even be hard-pressed to match that display. You know talent when you see it, boss. And with all that, the ceruleum will flow once more. Ceruleum? Among his many roles, Argon is a merchant of sort. He sells ceruleum at a price that would make guild pinchers at Amargil and Sons bulk. But it turns a pretty profit. We can barely keep up with demand, despite the occasional beast or two butting into our affairs. Oh, thanks to you, boss. Our countrymen up north, of course. Here's to getting back to business as usual. Bye-bye. Ceruleum isn't easy to come by, as you well know. Arjama Sons protects the monopoly with a gilded fist. They have yet to force the Imperial stragglers up north out of the market. Now before you go running off to the flames, let me assure you that this agreement is entirely above board. Selling goods to the Imperials is forbidden by law. There's nary a word about buying from them. You know where Aussies like to call Garlemolds all sorts of colourful names. Bastards, tyrants. Why did I... Yeah, I know how words are meant to be said when they're put together. Oh, crap. Auto is still on. Tyrants, invaders, and we've got all those and worse. But while many a foul deed have been committed in the name, for the glory of the Empire, we ain't megalomaniacs to a man. Even amongst purebloods, there are those served don't always do so by choice. It could be argued we are all casualties of great machina's ambition. It's small wonder the Empire's troops would return home in a heartbeat if they could. But the world being what it is, most settle for sending their family what few coins they can part with. Most Aussians wouldn't suffer a whit of colour to complicit their black and white view. But if you're gonna fight with us, you should learn the truth of our past. Long ago, before the Empire, our forebears lived on Lucas Ammonius in southern Ilsabad. Temperate climes, fertile earth, the land provided. Many of us were simple farmers, harvesting abundant crop with the self-same size the reapers would eventually wield. The gifts are ever the object of envy. When not tilling the fields, our ancestors were forced to defend them. Each year they yielded more ilms, and some 800 years ago now, they were driven from Lucas Ammonius completely. They fled north to the frozen region that would become Garlemald. Even there, they fought tooth and nail for scant resources of that frigid land. The fires of hardship, they were the first magic tech devices forged. And with an innovation upon innovation, that humble group of farmers grew into an insatiable empire. For that miraculous twist of fate, we were a dying breed, bereft not only of magic, but hope itself. No natural advantages so to speak of. Our mere survival was in question. Does make sense. They are the closest to traditional humans in this world setting. From harsh necessity were the reapers born, and our tools, we turned our tools to weapons and struck a bargain for whispers in the dark. The void's power, we could strike at an army's beating heart, slay their general, and throw the rank and file into disarray. Our way is to battle before the sparks catch, to sacrifice the one for the many. Keep audacious hands away from family, friends, and lovers. And now this power belongs to you. Remember our story. Remember what drives a man to turn to the void, and you will not be led unto deeper temptation. Our work here is done. I'll see you back at headquarters. It's a good cautionary tale, basically saying, hey, remember that, this was not an easy choice for the people who did choose this. Fair. Pretty fair. Alright. Wow, there are bards here too. There were bards over in Limsar earlier. Now there are bards over in Udar. Wonder if there are any in Gridania. Or were any in Gridania since last I was there. Yeah, let me in. I kind of want to see some information about the Void before we go to it. For your first outing, you did good. I think you've earned the right to know who this lot you've thrown yourself in with is. You might have gathered this yourself, but we Lemurs were formed to support the Gallians who are living in exile. It ain't easy to be far from home, let alone in a place where most would sooner gut you than offer you a helping hand. Often, the only place to make a living is in the shadowy corners that lie outside the watchful gaze of the law. Now, I don't expect you to embrace us like brothers and sisters straight away, but I do know this. I do expect you to apply yourself to this job. In the meantime, I'll be working with the family to ascertain the whereabouts of our next prey. I expect that Scythe to be an extension of your own body when we next speak. A hunt. There you are, looking deadly enough for that Scythe to make me weak in the knees. I wager it's time we stop faffing about. Make ready to hunt our target. The Lemurs have been hard at work scrapping together what information they can. Let's see what we've got. Everyone here? Good. You know what? I'm gonna speed up a bit so we're not here all night just doing requests. No further. So I'm not gonna go with the full level of voice. I'm just gonna go fast-ish. No further Chimera incidents. You'll be happy to hear. Overly chipper is Herman. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Hey, dude. Selling Sterilium? As you know, Akari is a void set. It goes by the name Orcus. He's eluded the best, but there are these two are a step above that. Tell me what you found. Are you well, boss? We asked about unsolved murders and disappearances. Okay. There are as many missing people as grain of sand, no shortage of tragedy. A woodcutter in the black shroud disappeared without a trace. Stranger with skin pale as snow. Promising star, but those woods are crawling with bandits. Okay, sorry, I'm just gonna try to go through. Yeah, but it's pretty normal for someone to treat us with suspicion on our abilities. Oh shit. So Orcus slayed her family. This is a revenge quest. Was planning on holding that back a bit longer. 'Twas for the Lemures. I saw two things. Oh shit. Well, I guess we have to help with revenge. Revenge! Twice, boss. Your wounds are our wounds. All these years I've scrapped a place for us. I look forward to that he pays. But a blight if he's allowed to live. Yeah. Do this. Alright, we can do this. I mean, but the stakes had to be high from the beginning. Because again, we're not leveling from any low level. We are well and above well and above anyone else. Of course, it had to be a threat that is capable of actually causing damage to even us. Alright. Where are we going? Disappeared a week ago, got lost, some surmise. We're a seasoned woodsman, not some high-born traveler. Magitech receiver, a candle that's scented like blood. You scent a candle like blood. You just lead on a wax candle, make a candle made of blood. That way when it slowly melts, it's blood. Alright. Let's send a candle. Alright, buddy. Alright. One down. They deliver the ring. Huh. Good free spots. that the void scent was carrying this. It's on a void scent. Okay, so we didn't find Orcus, but we did figure out that who killed the woodsman. That's one thing. Ugh. Damn, that was a short quest. Like, legitimately. Just in, go find a thing, get thing, give it to people. Of course, there's like what, 2-3 more quests at least in this lineup. So there's that. I'm curious if we'll learn anything. Just because of the fact we're with Void Sense stuff, I wonder if it would have any impact on things going forward with knowing about the Void. Because it seems like we go there from the trailers. Maybe we didn't get a satisfaction I promised, but sitting here with our heads in our hands would do any good. Be happy with one less Void Scent preying on woodcutters. Focus will pay, though. Glad to see more passion for our mission. Apologies we couldn't make your first outing more memorable. We're on the cusp of ending a 2-decade misery. That's how long ago Orcus came into this world, raging like an animal. Okay. So basically, yeah, it's going on for a while. Very good at evading being found out before he does his kill. Back for cleaning, for wheeling, cool. Whoop, someone's here. What's up? Not sound good. Oh, our Negus is dead. Bells ago, lying there like a bloody animal carcass. It's gonna be Orcus, isn't it? That's what it's gonna be. Yeah, I'll stay here, cool her head down. Oh, no, you'll stay here, cool her head down, and I'll go with the boss. Easy done. Alright, let's go to the burial chamber. Of course they bury the dead next to the Thaumaturgy Guild. Where's the Bloody Keeper? Corpses. sunlight to me. Which is probably why Orcus killed him. God damn it. Not for you. Also, because we have a certain level of rating. It would change drastically if there was if we had to show a mangled corpse. It is a dangerous business we're involved in. Come along if you please, but please come in silence. Morning, though. That's what it is. Maintenance. Alright, let's see what else we can glean about what you'd sent from this. Oh, he had a wife. Oh, shit. Like a son, and now you've got to break it to spouse. Well. Sorry, I'm just speed reading. But yeah. The revenge tale grows. Sad as it is. There aren't happy endings here. Bridge up north. Cool. I owe you an apology. Not telling you everything about. Because yeah, now we're part of this fight, and she realized, basically dragged us into something that could get us killed for nothing but her own revenge. Interesting, Voidsent aren't usually smart enough to bury the body. For him. There's too many revenges at stake. Too many deaths that could happen. Calling me a member of the family. Nice. Oh shit. Family, here comes Vin Diesel. Hey, Gasha. This is... Look, I got my soul stolen by Room today. I missed the... It's okay. Just to get a side tour from doing main story into pre-post storyline because it has to do with Void. So, and I'll give you my bandwidth soul now. Happy stream. Thank you, Kasha. I appreciate it. Thank you for the lurk. Blind against the sun, which is ironic considering everything we know now. Being Azim, the 14th, also known as the Sun. It's interesting that all the Void Scents seem to have that similar design. That red and black, those mutated arms. Very similar to what Xenos did looked like at the end of Endwalker when he basically absorbed all the power he could. Very interesting. Back to headquarters. Whoop, I interrupted my own teleport trying to close my map. So. Interesting. Yeah, so obviously did say a few decades. Jesus Christ. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. That band is getting louder every time we teleport back here. Jesus Christ. So you took over our grandfather. I think, yeah, we'll just continue our main story. It seems that we're not going to learn more about specific voice. We're only going to learn more about this specific voice sense. Alright, let's go see what Yashtola's found out about, go back and finally learn what Yashtola has found out about the, rift. What can we learn about the Void? Oh, we can switch back to... Looks like we've got to update this set. There we go. I need to do Savage of this so I can get the dyeable version. And the better stats, but also dyeable. It'd be cool if you could dye the flames, though. That would be pretty awesome. You can't, so...
Right, here we all are.
Dola!
You discovered something new.
Usually
I
does.
took a closer look at that device. I was able to determine how it keeps the void gate sealed, but not how it might instead be employed to expand the opening. For that, I would need to reference the technique developed by Vritra's alchemists, no records of which appear to have survived the intervening years.
We know this, so why have you sent for us? Have you learned aught of value or not?
Patience, good sir. One must introduce the subject before launching into specifics.
Alright. Give us the down low.
From what we understand, travel between worlds is accomplished by passing through the nebulous rift which exists between them.
Yes. As Graha wants to break
Picture,
a hole
if you
through.
will, the moment you were called to the first.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, no actual...
You touched a focus of some kind to help the Exarch pinpoint your location. His summoning spell then channeled the energies of the Crystal Tower to begin your journey to his world.
Yes. That is true.
The magics tore a hole in the walls separating source and shard, and cast you into the intervening nothingness. In that place, the laws of nature hold no sway.
Laws of nature. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay.
Yet even through this realm of temporal and spatial instability, you were borne safely to your destination in the first.
Yes.
The feat that guided you across such an unimaginable distance, both physical and metaphorical, was nothing short of a miracle.
One that had been calculated over generations in the Crystal Exarch's Graha's timeline.
Then what of the many voids sent found in the source? Who guides them here, and how?
An excellent question. Though there are several methods by which the Void's denizens might intrude upon our world, the rituals of summoning are the most typical. For example, let us consider the Gargoyle, a creature of middling power.
Yes.
call upon such an entity, the prospective summoner must force open a void gate.
Yes. Okay. It's interesting to actually be
The portal
told how
lasts
this
but a
works.
moment and is relatively small, allowing only an imp or other lesser being to squeeze through with their physical body intact. Our more powerful gargoyle, however, is too large for that. Creating a gate big enough for him would require vast amounts of energy, far beyond the reserves of any one mortal practitioner. Instead, 'tis far more common to bring over only the entity's soul. We had a taste of that ourselves when a certain exarch dragged us to the first.
Yes. Raha's method for everyone around us.
And just as our bodies remained in our world, the Void Sense physical form is left behind in the 13th.
Didn't the Yassians used to gather in like the 13th for a realm adjacent to it? And because they have the statues to
Once at its
possess.
destination, the summoned soul is granted a temporary shell to inhabit. In the gargoyle's case, a stone effigy has proven a suitable vessel.
Wait. You said that Voidsent must be called here deliberately by someone in the source, reeled in like a fisherman with his catch.
Exactly. For a being to navigate the chaos of the rift, with or without form, there must needs be a guiding agent on the other side.
So they have an agent on our side. Bring him in.
When the hordes poured forth from Alag's Great Gate, it was the technologists who drew them through. Though to my knowledge, planar fissures are in essence natural passages between our world and the void, which require no such guidance to traverse. Why is only the boundary between the source and the 13th so fragile? So much so that it often tears open of its own accord.
There's
I
much
believe
to
solving
learn.
that mystery is key to understanding travel between the source and its reflections.
And how do you intend to get your answers?
We experiment?
No. The danger is too great.
Perhaps. But what some call danger, others think of as adventure.
Don't you dare try to. All
Are
right.
you not listening to my tale? Never mind that the means to expand the gate has been lost to the ages. Even could you force the portal wide enough, you would be greeted by an army of murderous horrors the very instant you step through.
I am a murderous horror.
I assure you I was most attentive. And I agree that to go alone would be certain death. But if I were to bring along one who has already braved the 13th and humbled the cloud of darkness, well, I imagine my chances would be much improved.
That is true. He did. Count me in. I spent too much time on my
a
island
feeling you might
sanctuary.
say that.
Back to work.
Once again, I put my life in your ever-reliable hands.
You do that too much, Y'shtola, sometimes, I think.
That said, as much as I would like to march straight back to the Void Gate, there is the small matter of being unable to open
Back to the
it
island.
without the Satrap's personal authority.
Pretty please? He
As
goes
I've
full
said
dragon
before,
form. Blah.
I will grant you and yours any boon you choose to name, provided it does not endanger my people.
You have my word that we will take every precaution. Not a single void scent will be allowed to threaten Radzatan, assuming we manage to expand the portal in the first place.
I have a ring of
have
fire.
a
I can do
plan.
this.
Actually, I had hoped you might help us with that. I presume the alchemists you retained supplied you with some explanation of their methodology.
That they did. House Daimir was overseeing the project.
Daimir. Ah, yes. The family associated with the great work.
Why do you know that already, Ashtola? I would imagine such fact
I did not fully
holding from
comprehend
Graha.
the theory, but their research began with a void scent which had slipped through the fissure. After a thorough examination, they created an arcane simulacrum possessed of similar qualities. A man-made void scent, if you will. It was apparently indispensable in their efforts to enlarge the gate.
Ah.
A man-made void scent.
How would you go about maintaining the form of such a being?
Yes. Being great admirers of the Archons, House Daimir submitted detailed notes to Charlene's official committee. They expected praise and accolades for their simulacrum, and were thus devastated to be informed that their work had been classified as prohibited material.
Yeah, because it was overall more
If that's
dangerous
true,
to people.
then those notes might still be stored in a forbidden archive somewhere. Not Google, of course, since that library had yet to be built. Which leaves us with...
You think? Where would it be? We need... Oh, Nomenon. Graha's favorite place to stick around. Yeah. Graha, we're gonna need ya. Graha, we're
Indeed.
gonna...
Numenon's restricted stacks may very well hold a copy. In which case, I say we head directly to Charlene.
Okay. I'll get a boat. Gideon, get a boat.
Unless you anticipate needing help to reach the high shelves, I see myself being of little use. Go on ahead. I still need to find Mirad and tell him about the Kalzal Foundation.
Get that kid off the street.
Let us be on our way as well.
Off we go.
They are resolved to venture into the void. Do I sit idly by?
And we're nut jobs at the end of the day. I feel like there needs to be a level of saying, hey, you realize we're kind of insane, right? Speaking of which, actually, in saying Graha, I forgot that I never finished the quest line for Agala. Whoops! Guess we should at least finish that up. Like, hey Graha, we kinda need you to be back at, I kinda need you to stop being over here and go back home. Let's see. Well, whoop. Alright. Rauga's reach to understand the divine. Bobby. There you are, Marx'to. This place served as the base operations during your investigation into Omega, did it not? How delightful to be here together. Always a fanboy. If you don't mind my making an observation, it seems you enjoy traveling with company. I do. It's something I've dreamed of for a long time. He is. I like traveling with good friends. That's so. What of yourself? Do you normally travel alone? In my wanderings, I much prefer to have solitude. Not that I avoid people or communities, mind you. As a matter of fact, I have been here before on the trail of the Phantom Realm. Now that I think on it, more often than not, the places where the Phantom Realm are known to sight have occurred in a tradition. Phantom Realm sightings are known to have occurred. Have a tradition of appearing at sight. First, you know, Rauga's reaches home to the Temple of the Fist! Or the Fisting. Ancient headquarters of the Fist of Rauga. Raised by Mad King Forodic, temple laid abandoned before the Alamegan resistance claimed it for its operation. While I doubt much literature has survived over the years, people here may possess some knowledge of the local faith. Split up and make inquiries. Yeah, no, I'm going back on the main story then. It would be funny if he's like, aren't you meant to be making inquiries? Aren't you? Point taken. If we are to enter Numenon, restricted archives with a minimum of fuss, we must secure the permission of the Forum. First, however, we will need to elicit cooperation of a member to broach the matter on our behalf. Who do you think would be most inclined to assist us? What comes to mind? What about the scholar Montisha? He did come to Graha's defense during the inquiry, after all. This settled, let us head to Phenomena and see if he's willing to help us once more. You have your Stoller as sidekick. Alright, let's go. Let's walk. Yes, let's walk. What if we held hands? Oh, I'm a silly bugger. I'm a silly bugger. It's a bug. I don't know what's wrong with me today. If you asked my brother, he would tell you, I don't know what's wrong with him all the time. like an asshole. Such Stoll. Discussing the stadium. I apprenticed to Master Matoya at the age of 7 and labeled under her tutelage for a full decade. I never had the chance to attend the stadium. Even did Fancrit, as I recall. Soon after Master Louis Soir took him off the streets, he was put into the care of another Archon. His was a rigorous and practical education in the arts of espionage and survival. Sometimes I wonder what my life would have been like had I pursued studies here instead. Should I wonder as well? Oh, never mind me, 'twas an idle thought. What's the other way, I wonder? Tea at the last stand after a day of lectures? Oh, that does sound lovely. Afternoons with friends sipping tea and debating theories. Still, I wouldn't give up my time with Master Matoya for the world. That dank cave I studied in was far from the bright, airy halls of academia as one could get, but it was a wondrous, magical childhood nonetheless. A reminder that Y'shtola... You know what's funny? Y'shtola's official profile says she's like 28 or something, but her younger sister is like 30. It basically proves that in official records, Y'shtola lies about her age because her body no longer ages. That's a thing. She doesn't age externally anymore. And I love that. I love that little detail. Ah, visitors. They're quite esteemed ones at that. What may I do to you? For you. I never say the other line. Pray forgive the intrusion, Scholark. But we were hoping you might help us secure permission to enter Noumenon's restricted archives. Oh no, no fugitive forays into the stacks this time, eh? I applaud this newfound sense of propriety. Yet in all of this wide world of comparative serenity, what compels you to destruct a vault of forbidden wisdom? Trying to open a rift. Well, open a bigger rift. You gotta open rifts where you can find them. Fascinating. I had no idea such a technique existed. I would be surprised if you had. If my assumption is correct, the research left behind by House Demeter has lain dormant in Shalion's archives for many centuries. And you unearthed this research. What then? Surely you don't intend to cross over into the void. One second, I just got a ping. Pinging me. Sorry, give me a second. I might have an opportunity to do some savage. That is, in fact, precisely what we intended. What end, pray tell? Develop a method of transversing the rift, for one, that I might keep my word to a distant friend. Sentiment aside, I have journeyed to the edge of existence. I have heard, felt, and thought endlessly about the truth of our world and an echo of its future. Yet I want to understand everything, to unravel it down to its last secret. What scholar worth the name wouldn't force open a void gate or two if a grand revelation was the promised reward? Ha ha ha! Marvelous! What an audacious proposal worthy of Master Matoya herself. And after hearing the whys and wherefores, I, for one, do not believe you will use this knowledge for ill. I see no reason not to present your request for the form's consideration. It's not like, and we've done well by the form before in the end, even if it was a bit of the means justify the end. Although your petition would be better received if you had the support of another well-placed acquaintance. Why, Master Frost-Hunter, of course, he can hardly ignore an earnest request from his dear children's most treasured companion. I was hesitant to approach him directly, but there's no denying that having Master Frost-Hunter on our side would tip the balance in our favor. Very well, we shall pay a visit to the Levier estate and plead our case. Last time I saw Frost-Hunter was just after the end of things. One more thing before you go. I would consider it a personal favor if you might share with me the discoveries you make in the void. My appetite for knowledge is every bit insatiable as yours, I'd wager. So if you would see your way to indulging an old man's curiosity... I might not get savage. Of course, Skolark. We'll be sure to pass on any revelation. Yeah, I was just... My FC, yeah, they're doing, Savage, but they've got a new tank, like a fresh to, like the Savage rating tank. So, having two tanks, you don't know the battle, and I'll be frank, I'm not great tanking in, I've done Savage, but I did it as a bard. For most part. And all my Savage expertise as a tank has come from unsinking level 80, you know, previous expansion and post-expansion patches stuff. Why did I go this way? I'm going into town so I can go back up. Oh well, I'm enjoying this. I do want to do Savage at some... Because I missed out last patch. I didn't do any Savage at all. Because I felt, by the time I was in the swing of wanting to do it, everyone already had statics. Or... even if they didn't have official statics, everyone had found people do things. I just felt bad about asking everyone to do that. Yeah. I just hope this is another case where I feel like I'm gonna miss out because I don't want to drag everyone else down. I don't know. The unique aspect is I would love to streams when I do Seven. And because of that very fact, I don't feel comfortable forcing my way into any groups. Doesn't mean that I have to, but I would prefer it. If possible. Ah, Master Marx'to, Mistress Destrola, how may I be of service? Come to speak with Master Frost-Hunter. Is he home by any chance? Ah yes, the Master is in residence. I shall inform him he has guests. Well. Alamus would invite you to have inside for tea, but I assume this is not a social visit. You have some matter of import to discuss. Then pray proceed. You have my full attention. Have you ever thought about ripping a void gate open? We have. We believe the information is in the Forbidden Archive. I suppose I should praise you for following the proper protocols this time around. Sherlock Monterey expressed much the same sentiment. I assure you, we will not attempt to circumvent the form's authority again. Unless it is absolutely necessary, of course. Of course. You do understand that the restricted archives are restricted for good reason, yes? No pressing need exists. Why risk the consequence of employing forbidden knowledge? For a brother who misses his sister. He was his guardian and his friend, selfless hero who crossed the rift between worlds to save her homeland from horror and suffering. The brother has given up thought of reunion, spent his effort elsewhere, watching over the people yet healing the flame of the final days, loyal to his duty while betraying the longing of his heart. There's no vital mission, perhaps, uniting these. I feel it a worthy cause to pursue, all the same. As one who feared losing his own loved one, and spent years researching to prevent it, surely you can appreciate how painful a separation must be. Reflections are still very much a mystery to us. Offering to share your experiences of the first should constitute a fair exchange for our cooperation. He's not wrong. We have a lot of information that isn't in any official record of the first. Or what's left of it, Novrad. Do not celebrate just yet. The forms must still be convinced. I will add your request to the list of today's deliberations and deliver your decision to you at the Balsidian Annex. Okay. Oh, let's go, Y'shtola. Bud. I love this guitar. You know what? Give me a second. Let's see. Check it on keg. Party. Hehehe. We're actually streaming too right now. There we go. Got a party. And into Valdesian. In a bit. The Keg's going... Fish my island, get a sick lamb for... Oh, rank 10. Good. Good. I'm at rank 8. I need to make the level 3 versions of my stuff. But I've been taking it slow after I got to rank 8. I've been, gonna wait till Keg's ready to do 8th circle. Thing about a banana. I mean, speaking of sick glams, though I'll be helping Keg out, I won't actually be getting anything from it because I got the minion from the raid 2. All there's left to do is wait for the forum's decision. Take a brief side tangent and jump into the raid. Help Kegaros out. I'll actually... Oh, it's Keg's in my chat. That's Keg. Right? Why did my brain not relate that? Exclamation mark, shout out. Yeah, Keg's streaming. He's been doing, well, he did story yesterday, and he's doing raid today. Oh, one person left. Come on. Off comms. There. Oh, help. Hey, Aurora.
I'm gonna shout insanity. I'm very interested.
Just general insanity. Just check that not working. Aurora, can you say something for me?
Hello, I'm Aurora.
Okay, it's not being picked up for some reason.
Oh no.
I can hear you, but it's not picking up on the other end.
Oh, okay. That's
on my Discord, on my OBS. Just give me a second, because I can just back quick.
okay.
Oh, I know why it's wrong. There we go. Now it should work. Theoretically. Consequentially. Yeah, there we go. Whoop. Oh, that's not good. Okay, there we go. All fixed. This battle. I have done this battle 3 times today. It is real bad on my end. I'm just gonna turn this off and let the warrior do what warriors do.
Fulgent claim my servant's rights.
How are you today, Aurora?
Leave naught but ash in your way.
Oh, I can't hear anything anymore. What the heck's going on?
Then sink sorrow into your heart.
What have I done? Wait till he's not doing a mechanic. Yes, I can. I screwed up my audio, which is what happened. It was like, I thought I had set it up properly last time, when I set my new audio setup up. Did not. Yes, sorry. Yeah, what did I say? I said I've done this 3 times today, and then I asked you how you've been doing. As work is.
Perish in flame temperance.
Ah, fair enough.
Go forth and sate your boundless hunger.
Good idea. Oh lord. That's where I see these mechanics too much, but I just get lazy.
I'm playing Follow the Leader, let us be honest.
Yeah. Have you done much of your raid since reset?
I've only done like still the first time like on the weekend, and this is like the second time you doing stuff.
Fair enough. Yeah, I did. I think it was an hour before stream. I had done this battle 3 times because I was specifically trying to get a piece of armor. And then on Monday was my first time.
Oh gee.
Yeah, because I wanted to stream it, so, and the story was the story of this is so damn cool. I just went ham and went for, I think, just under 4 hours.
Oh.
It was riveting.
To be honest, I did it at least more on my DLR, so it's like being really nice to actually have to worry about everything.
Fair enough.
I just try and say live, but it's not as integral as the DLR.
Mind to the sub, I need to equal out my audio at some point. The thing I'm learning is, great, I separated all my audio. The problem is remembering to actually go through and check that it's all good. Oh, what? Yeah. You did this as a heal.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I died a couple times, but he didn't like, so...
Number 3 was the worst, I thought. It was like Phoenix last year.
Number 3, that was...
The woman who looked like a tree. And she had like a platform she would destroy.
Yes, the tree boss is the worst boss.
It's just like, oh god, I can't even imagine what Savage is gonna look like.
Just would log go away. It was a bad growth that needed to be destroyed. I know. It's very purposeful, you know. I'm so tired. I can only blame myself.
Tiredness. Okay, so he's gonna middle.
He's gonna push us to the other side. He's gonna push us to the other side, and to
and then forward. Charge! Honestly, I was kind of amazed that this battle was... It's visually cool, but it's kind of underwhelming.
Yeah, well I didn't really mind much on this, because if you follow someone who knows what they're doing, it's like...
I felt, yeah, 3 was definitely hard in that way Phoenix was difficult. And 2 was interesting in that it kind of played with mechanics. I was surprised out of all of them, the one that did the thing where it has like a cutscene in the middle is straight up just the first one with Carbon.
Yeah.
Because it was like, huh, none of the other ones have like that mid-battle, like, I'm going to transform, except for the Carbon.
Like, this one transforms back and forth, but it's like no big deal, it's just transforms.
Yeah. The Carbon Gold's like, I'm gonna change the stage. It's just like, huh. Alright, I forgot.
I live it.
Thank goodness I'm a tank.
Wait, how did I not live it? Oh, no heals.
Yeah. I definitely used the fact that I literally played the day before reset mode to get more armor. Oh good lord, the other tank is getting hammered. Not in the fun way.
I res people, okay? I did my job, I got res and I gave res.
Oh no, but I mean for the normal healers, it's kind of like...
I know.
Yeah, they... Good lord.
Well, they chose a red mage and they went... And then I...
Okay, incoming, turn away. I mean, I could definitely see what mechanics would go to you know, they would use for Savage. And they would push. This boss, I'm just like, there must be like, God, what's his name? Vampire Daddy, last tier. And I get a whole different form for the second half.
I mean, he was really awesome, but... Like, the fourth one was pretty easy. It wasn't like the last one, the vampire one. It was like a challenge and it was like really entertaining, but I just found it frustrating about the tree. Just frustrating me about it.
Yeah.
It was just annoyance, to be honest. The others were alright.
Again, the tree I felt is similar to when we had Phoenix, and everyone's just like, God, this is such a painful battle. And then the Savage, and that was the normal, and then people were like, oh God, the Savage is hell. I think I remember Emery's static decided that it was not worth the trouble to try to get through it, so they could go to the fourth one. So they just kept fighting.
You all have like different things about this. I've done the normal trial, the new one.
Oh, yeah.
It was wild. There's too much happening, I'm still confused.
I want to try the new stuff. I actually did this. I just I'm doing my MSQ because I stopped doing MSQ about halfway through 1.6.1. Getting a very bad I was getting a very bad burnout RPG wise. I was like, I need to take a break. So we'll come back to this at some point. And yeah, that's what I've been doing before Keg was like, anyone want to do this? I'm like, Keg's streaming, I'm streaming, let's do a cameo. Yeah, because we're at the point where we just Joel is trying to find the record to learn how to open the breach. And judging from the trailers of 6.2, I definitely know we get them somehow. And everyone's been doing EX4. I just want to be up there with everyone else.
Yeah, fair enough.
I said this multiple times on stream tonight and to people. It's like, because I stream and I would love to stream Savage, it's like I don't like feeling like I'm butting into anything and you know, being unfair because it's like you know, there's a level of accommodation for me for the fact that I'm streaming. It's like I don't want anyone to feel like they're put out from it.
Yeah.
Like, it's why I don't pursue groups, but I do put my interest out there.
Hmm.
'Cause some of my best fun was when we had aesthetic back in Shadowbringers and doing E11S and
Yeah.
E4S. Oh, Titan. It's Titan.
It's like I've only like rolled on like 3 things. Oh, I don't want. But I'm like, no, I don't want pants or jewelry. Okay, I got pants.
Yeah, mine
it was not
next
the
week
item.
is just gonna be pants.
Well, I've got 1 helm, 1 pants, 1 jewelry. But the thing is, I don't need jewelry on my weight blanche. I need on my other one, but still.
All about the mount. Yes, Shiryu, it is all about the mounts. Actually, are there... I'm trying to think. Have there been mounts for the new stuff that's just come through? I assume there is. For the latest trial.
I'm gonna see what Garrett is up to, if he's in or not.
And for what?
Oh, he's already in. Oh, because I still need to do like 5, 6, and 7.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna ask you to do it for the 4th time.
Well, again, I only did the last one 4 times. Every other one I was able to get by doing it once. 'Cause thankfully, no one wanted arms, and on 7 I was able to get away with the chest piece unscathed.
Yeah.
It was just that last one where it was like, come on, and, you know, out of 6 total chances, it happened on the 6th chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
mind
I'm
taking a brief break from my MSQing to provide some extras.
As long as you don't mind, because I will take you up on it.
Yeah,
Don't
sure.
doubt me on that.
It'll be
Let me-
break time, because I don't have to voice act anything for a bit.
Nice.
The invite? Yeah. Plus, because the
We're
one
gonna
thing I
keep it
sort
all
of don't...
3. I'm gonna keep it all 3, so whatever pops first. Is that alright?
Yeah, sure. Hey, honestly, the thing I don't like about the Ape Circle is that its song is great. Scream and Silent Scream are so they're
Oh, yeah,
iconic already.
I was like kind of thinking we were doing the first one, but the one that we just did was the 8th one, wasn't it?
It was. It's so I get why it is. It's using Laha Brea's theme from his academy. That was a dungeon
but
before.
so underwhelming.
And then you have Scream. You have Silent Scream for Proto Carbuncle, which is like, you know, it's not the final, but it's like, this is big. And then you have Scream for the other 2. It's like, holy shit, this is a good song. I was bopping to it.
Like this one is like very aesthetic. It's like you're like in a cage fight. That's pretty epic.
Yeah. That is literally what it is. It feels like a cage. It feels like a cage fight.
Which is like pretty awesome. And then you're like fighting a proto carbuncle, which is pretty wild.
Oh, it's
Like-
so... It's like, hey, you know that thing, you know? It went through a stage where it was basically a wrestling dinosaur. With a laser.
Yeah.
Like, who in what department had to look at this thing? Who was like, I'm gonna make something. What is that? It's my son's drawing.
Like
Even
Or
we
really
we need to talk about this. We're setting this to pandemonium.
or is it's someone's hobby just like turn all the cute like things into like monstrous things. Like
Well, I think Hippolydeus said something along the lines of like he's in charge of the shark stuff. And it's like there's a whole department for sharks. Like, what is your job? It's like, is this a shark or not? Does it have sharp enough teeth?
So there's shark meaning a mouth shark.
Yeah. But I think my favorite one was sort of the aspect of when you see like the walking sharks and they explain, oh, this is just what people like to make. Like, you're telling me that it's a pastime of the ancients to make sharks? What are your lives like, people?
You like having destructive beings underwater, obviously.
Yes. It's very clear that the aspect of, you know, having so much creation power at your fingertips is, you just make things that destroy. Who cares if something gets wrecked or if it gets destroyed? We've got the power to make a new one. I mean, that's definitely how it felt with, like, Endwalker when you go to Elpis, and it's like, wow, they live in a world where they just see everything that isn't them as kind of disposable.
Yeah, it's like a bit... They're very standoffish, they're like creating all this stuff they still don't see it, so it's just like everything is nothing.
It's a type of hubris, really.
Sorry.
Let's turn down my game audio a little so everything is out a bit better. Because I know it's loud for the stream. I can see the bar going right up there with my voice. But I can't hear you, so I'm like, oh, I can turn this down a little.
Sorry, I'm quite tired, but I'm
No, no, but on top of that, I turned you up, so I'm like, my balance is off.
Sorry.
It's one of those things. Snow got me using a new program to sort of separate my audio channels, which has been very helpful. But I can gather in a bunch of audio channels and then have them come out the same place. But on like my OBS, I can have them as separate channels. So if I want to make sure Discord can't be heard while I'm streaming, I just turn off that audio channel. Very handy. But because of it, occasionally I find out, oh wow, these are things that I've balanced purely because they were coming out the same channel. But when they're in separate channels and then being added back together, they're totally not equal. Or also that they're not equal when they get to my ears. There is so much I should really sit down and mess with it, but I'm also like, I'd be good.
You did good, Deanna.
Yeah. It's one of those things, much like when I want to do like something new with my model, I'm like, I'm not going to do it until I need to do something substantial. Because I don't want to do like all the work of like working for the base, get up, and then going, oh, I just added something new. Gotta start from the base up again.
Oh yeah, true.
It's like, if I make an editation to my model, the easiest way to go about it is to go back into the base program, especially if it's just like texture. Go back to the base program, export it as a new model, do all the work that lets me do my facial track, like my high quality facial tracking. Like, yeah, I just rather wait till I have more than just like small changes.
Yeah, fair enough.
Especially in some cases where it's like, oh yeah, you won't see this for the most part. Like I've got a new marking for my hand, but it's because you don't see my hands normally, it's like I'm not gonna bother until I have a reason to use my model in a way other than just my general screen, where my hands are at my side for my model.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay,
who's like the chomp chomp? Like, what am I supposed to be doing?
he's gonna jump in those spots in that order.
Oh.
So what you want to do is wait till he hits his first one and then move into that space, because he won't come near it again. But he does it very quickly.
I'm down.
Don't worry, it's a very annoying mechanic the first time,
No,
or
yeah.
when you're tired.
It's the second time, and I'm like, seeing like munching thing, and I'm like, why are you so hungry?
Why you're so hungry. Yeah, I remembered it because it's the same as the mechanic from a boss in Russia. So I already have that sort of automated process in my head.
Oh yeah. Oh wait.
It's like, oh, this one. The first time it caught me, and the next time I was like, oh, it's this mechanic, so... Move here, move into that space. Go die. Die. Okay, I did something wrong.
That much is bad.
Yeah. Because I've done all of these as a tank. So, you know, I screw up. Unless I'm already weak, I feel it will get me back up to full health before I complete it.
Yeah.
I can only survive when I make mistakes. Yep. I really want to get the orchestral roll for this stuff when it's available. Which I assume it's probably just a very low drop rate.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
And no one
Really
has
never
so
know.
far. It's normally they do drop at a very low rate in those bosses, even the regular. But no one has been able to confirm that they've seen an orchestral roll.
Yeah. Odd.
Like, it should be here, because, you know, previous stuff says you should expect that, but... Yeah, it's a because I think I was talking to Anne-Marie the other night in voice chat,
Yeah.
and he was like, no, I haven't seen it yet, and yeah, we both looked it up, and it was like, people are just fearalizing.
Yeah.
Some people have claimed that they have, but if they have, then it must be an extraordinarily low drop rate.
Yeah, it would make sense.
I'll limit break freeze up.
They like to make things exclusive.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if it's easier to get in, it's easier to get in Savage, though. Savage tends to have better rates for the items it shares.
I'm calling the red mage because they're a red mage. Makes
enough.
total sense.
It's Red Mage Pride.
That shirt. I don't need hands.
I just jumped out immediately because I can't claim anything anyway.
Yeah, well, it's like when I want a hat or a shirt, and it's like, I don't know what people are rolling on, but at the same time.
I've got that problem with, my lowest item is a ring. And I could get the crafted version. But, like, you know, in the similar item level of 610, because all my other stuff is. Or I could keep focusing down on my main armor.
I got my second hat. There we go.
Second
My
hat.
white mage.
Which means you can get your hat.
Yeah, I can have a hat for my white mage.
I got my hat week 1, and then I got 2 torsos, so this week I got a torso and gloves.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Interesting,
Well,
because it's a
like-
whole head helm, I actually can wear this helmet.
I'm just gonna grab the hat.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at my white mage. The essentials, you know.
Exactly. It's always interesting also when you do these raids, because it's like, what do I prioritize, and like, what do I do? Because I know people who do like, they'll do half of the legs and the arm and the body. That way next week they get both at the same time. In my case, I did my upper body over the first 2 over the first 2 weeks. You know, starting with my helmet and then moving to my torso and arms. Then there are, of course, people who go all in on, like, their torso and then all in on their leg. Week after week. They go for the big stuff and then move to the stuff. I just don't think I've ever seen someone go small to big. I've never seen someone who goes, I'm gonna get my boots and my gauntlets and then switch. And get my proper armor. It's like,
Yeah,
yes.
I'm just gonna have... Okay, my glam looks random now.
Yeah.
If you come to... Where are you? at the moment?
I'm over at, I'm over in Charlian. I assume you're in Ratsahan?
Yeah, I can head over in a sec. I'm just gonna use my one jewelry piece for my red mage.
Alright, I'll head over to the, beef right. Why did it take me so long to remember that the market board for Endwalker areas is in Shalia? Good guy's here in Shalia. He's AFK, but he's here. Weird. Let him do whatever he's doing standing up there. As one does.
Okay, going to the Old Charlian.
Old Charlian.
Once
Not
I
to be
remember
confused
what-
with New Charlian.
I wish I could access New Charlian.
We're gonna build a
The
new
older
Charlian.
than you.
If this is Old Shalia, where's New Shalia? So someone's like, ha ha ha, there is none. He knows.
I'm on fire.
Yes, the maid yes, the helmed maid.
Look, ready? My purchase is right there. Yep, that was it.
You bought Snap.
Yeah, I thought it was
Snap,
kind of
Crackle, and Pop.
obligatory. Yeah, I got Snap and I got Splash.
Ah.
And I got Ye Old Fantasias for when I want to see the era again, you know, the potential.
Fair enough. I assume, yeah, because it's still a sale going on to like... It's ending soon, I think. Like, they've been having a sale for a while now.
Let's see.
Glam.
Like, you know, I think this would be like an easy cosplay you could do to a convention, to be honest.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I mean, you're basically wearing...
Plaid shirt on tied up with long shirt, long pants. That's
belt with suspenders, flying all around your waist.
yeah.
If you tried to wear this, there'd be a whole thing of like, how do I get fire?
Yes. And then if you wore like, let me find it. Sorry, I updated my plates. If you wore this, they probably wouldn't even let you in.
Because of minimum standard of decency, I think is what it is
Yes.
now.
Public decency.
Let's see. I think this was my purchase when it came out. Street gear.
Very nice.
Yeah,
I
and
like-
then weirdly, it's weird how different the male version of that same
Yeah, it is. It's like it's
It's
kind of wild.
drastically different.
So
Not that
I've
I'm
got two.
complaining.
Yeah, looks good on you. So this is my streetwear. I've got this glam, and I've also got this glam.
Bunny cat streetwear.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm gonna leave it at this. Yep. See, I'm Vieira all along. It's like imposter.
I've never been anything but Vieira.
It's like, how could you say anything other than that?
Alright, I
Yeah.
better lamp. Apparently I'm out of dispellers, so I can't go back to my heavy armor, because that's actually... What I was wearing earlier is my actual armor, so I'm just gonna go to my Maelstrom Captain.
Give me a sec.
Oh. Oh, thank you.
I have like 100 of them, and I like never use them. I bought like a stack when I was
most people
annoyed with
don't.
the clans.
Most people glam more than they dispel.
When you get like new gear that you like, but then you accidentally press a button and it's like really annoying. Sorry.
Anyway, shall we line up for the next one?
Yep. So we did the.
So we've done the first and the last one, so we've got the middle
Okay.
ones left.
Thank you. I did need clarification.
Yeah, because Pro-Carbuncle is how you start that tier.
Oh, okay.
Goes
Sorry,
him. Yeah, because it goes him. It goes the water with the parasite on her back. The tree, La Habrea's, and then the La Habrea clone.
Yeah.
And the only reason I know that for certain is it's still up here. It's still in the old brain box.
Well, it's better than me. I'm sorry. I'm a bad person who can skip cutscenes because I want to watch it all at the one time. Hey, Garu.
Oh, hey, Garu.
I do 6 and 7.
Yes, actually I need to do 7.
Okay. Well, I will withdraw and look for Garu's name.
Yep.
Meanwhile, while I scroll.
I've taken a break from my MSQ to help Aurora through Pandemonium, and it's...
So I'm just queuing for 6 and 7, and whatever pops. Alright?
I've already done 6 today.
Okay, then I will queue for number 7. Everyone ready?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah,
Because
I'll
there's
just...
no way I am going to heal this again. No. I don't like trees. I believe in deforestation.
Aurora before fighting the boss. I'm pretty neutral about deforestation. It's a bad thing, but it gives good things. Afterwards, kill them all. Burn the forest.
Yes. It's why I'm on my red mage.
Yeah, I need to do PS5 with a red page. I've had fun. It was fun. PS5 was fun, but it's definitely
Want to do it. I haven't gotten a chance yet. Seems like everyone is either already stocked full, has no room for a learning tank, or is doing EX4, which I still don't have unlocked yet, so...
yeah. I'll go to finish EX4 as well.
I want to do it.
The X4 is fun. It's very bright and so much stuff is happening and I'm lost. Sorry, that's my explanation for most of the new dungeons at the moment.
I mean, they're
'Cause I'm
very
playing-
mechanic heavy. Ever since Endwalker came out, and like...
Well, it's like, I'm so tired. I've been tired lately and I'm playing and everything's really bright and it's like, my brain's like can't compute, help. Tree
Can't
bosses
compute.
work.
Help. Send help.
Send help. Where's help? Oh no, what's happening? I don't know, too much happening. Dies. Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
So yeah, so EX4 is enjoyable. I did really like it. I found it was better than the raids. For me, at least. It was
Fair enough,
wild.
of your personal opinion, but also it's
Personal
interesting that
opinion.
you have that, so it makes you curious what I'm going to see when I get there.
Yep.
Because I've
We'll
heard
have
a lot of
to-
people say EX4 and the original trial it's based on are pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a good mix of like mechanics and just
Yeah, well, I'll let you see it for yourself.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those ones where you could try to explain it to me, and it's like, but without
I'm
without
trying to
spoiling
explain
it.
without spoiling it, and all I'm gonna say is it's very pretty. But it
Very
hurts.
pretty. Well, from what I can gather, there's a lot of lights.
I'll just say that the fight it's intense. It's very intense.
Ah, Garu, you're wearing pants.
Oh, I can take them off for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, he is.
Oh, it's just because I'm used to you having like the full Mandeville look, which is another stream that's coming down the pipeline. But I'm dragging other people in to do voice acting for me because I'm not voice acting that chaos alone.
The Vanderbilt's the new one or the
All of it.
old?
I am at the very start of the Hildebrand quest lines, and I'm going to drag everyone in. I'm going to drag every person I can into it. I don't care what time stream has to start to get everyone in here.
Marx, let me know.
Yeah,
will.
the
I'm gonna
first
put
quest line is quite long.
I'm going to put a thing out in the FC chat, like, hey, I'm going to do this for a stream. If you want to re-experience this line and provide a voice acting for a character, especially if you already know what character you would like, 100% happy to have that extra aspect, you know?
I don't really like the cat girl, but it's only female. But I just come for the experience, it'll be fun.
Oh, it's what I always hear, like, Snow hasn't done Hildebrand either, and I was like, okay, so we'll do it together, and then I was like, well, there we go, we've got one. We just keep adding people until we've got a full voice cast.
Because we just need to do it before, like, the next patch, right? Or the next thingy.
This patch, you need it for this patch, because the new relic weapons require completion.
Yeah. Don't mind me, I'll probably die a couple times.
They fist down, I'm going in so I can...
Watch out, he's fisting.
Ah!
Ew.
But, every time I see that mechanic, there we go. Every time she does that one, I just jump in between her fists, because I go, after they've slammed down, because it's like, all I have to do is slide to her side. Except in this case. Lucky snipe. I'm gonna use. There is parts of this that still I screw up in. But there are lots of oddities of this battle where I'm like, I know what I have to pull here. And then I fall off the edge of the platform because I angled my camera wrong.
Triangles and circles joined together just annoy me.
It is a very unsatisfactory shape.
Yeah,
and
there's not a
here
way
to
around
avoid
it.
it completely. God, it's such a banger of a song, though.
Yeah.
I feel like the only reason I could dodge that today is today's earlier run of this to get my gear. I fell into it twice. It's like, I'm never gonna fall into it again. Mark my words. They also said I wouldn't fall off. Yes, marks my words.
Yep, that works. Thank you. It's only the Christmas things that amuse me.
Sometimes when I'm talking to people, I'll go, I'm going to leave a mark. So you're gonna leave a mark. I know what I said. Which is often the answer is, I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
It's like, I don't say anything about it, I encourage it.
Oh yeah.
We're playing chicken, and I'm the only one who didn't move. And I died for it, but worth.
Worth playing chicken.
Yes, it was. Don't mind me, I will be that person.
Oh god. You rezzed right in the space of death. What a res.
Find someone else though. They're like...
And it's the rest of the team for the hard carry.
Sean Mendes, what are you doing? You're a red mate, you're getting res.
Ouch.
Yeah. Some people just don't know how to play Red Mage.
Oh, wait, they did it. This is good.
And this is why I say they should bring out Mustard Mage, using the power of condiment.
Yeah, aren't I a Mustard Mage? Hearing myself all over the platform.
Yeah. Mustard Mage has a dash ability. It sprays mustard in front of it. What, towers?
Do we all have to go towers?
No, we just need to fill out the towers that are there, which I think only require one person to actually do.
I am standing here with the faith that I won't fall through. Probably shouldn't do that. I've got a bad track record.
Got this. %left.
Let's get this.
And yet the tree still stands.
We should have brought a warrior. They at least have an axe.
Oh, worry a lot now.
Shit. Wait, is it? One's like...
I was about to heal. I was about to res everyone. Nope. I can't blame them, but at the same time, I was ready. No, not me, please, no.
You can't res everyone using an LB3, you're a red mage.
No, but I was in the process of resing everyone.
Oh.
Just using reses.
Oh, they were
Like
using
using-
LB3 res.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm already in between it. We could use the DPS to finish it. Finish.
Person in my comment said, should have brought another Dark Knight for the more damage. I don't know,
Well, if
I
I
think...
queued on my level 60 Dark Knight, I would have bought it.
on top of it...
How did you die?
Oh, I stood in the wind.
Oh no.
I painted with all the colors of the wind.
Also
The colors
storm
were
there.
death.
Oh
I'll paint with all the colors of the wind.
Make me tank you.
no. Imagine actually
I got it.
tanking. Okay, I won't play chicken this time.
Yeah, just...
Each time, like, I get hit by this thing every time. If I play chicken, I get hit. But I don't play chicken, I get hit. Like, how do I win? Yeah, that's So,
Perhaps you put a chicken in your place. Oh boss, here is the chicken. Spare me.
oh my god.
Where?
Like, why didn't you blame the tree, okay? It's all because of the tree. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
supposed to move. Well,
I unfortunately got caught, and
at this point, this don't res me. Okay, I have to prom this healer, this PPD. They res me like twice, and the red mage res me twice, and I'm like, who should I prom? Probably the healer, because they had to heal me as well.
the healer had to res you while keeping the tanks alive.
Yeah.
Especially since I did die from straight up standing in the wrong spot.
Yeah, I appreciate the help right there. It's like, it's very consistent, but I do appreciate it all the same. Not a healer, not anyone, but you do that. Yeah, the sheer fate in my ability is just astounding.
I mean, the first time I did this, we actually failed one run of it. One run.
Most of the time we do. Yeah. Okay, should I get pants?
Will you be able to claim pants, or have you already claimed another equipment, so you can claim it next?
I've claimed enough. I'll probably claim an accessory, because the accessory will get me to the next eye level. But
What eye level are you now?
602.
601.
But I can get 3 accessories, I think. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 accessories. They'll get me. So getting 1 accessory good enough.
I think nearly all my...
I got a chest piece.
Nice.
There we go.
All
I have
of
another thing to add to my collection.
Remember, they've eventually traded in for what you need.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
I
I need
think
to
all
work
my...
on like the chests, the pants, and the shoes.
I think all my gear is over 600, except for one of my rings. Either at or over. This ring, however, is 590. It's 599. Call now.
Calling. Ring, 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 ring.
Hello, lovely listener. You want to order for 559 this ring.
I thought you said $5.59, not $559. No. Fine.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That we forgot to say K.
What? Ain't nobody got money for that. Bye.
And essentially what happens when you try to sell people what they used to do with selling people stuff on TV. There are those infomercial channels where it's just like, you can buy this thing now that you probably don't need, but buy.
Garo, did you want to come to number 6 or are you finished?
I'm finished.
Okay.
Let's
Thank
get
you.
you free
Thanks for
sit.
coming.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here, Garo.
No.
Thanks for joining. You don't have to leave voice chat.
You don't have to leave, but yeah, we'll be doing...
But yeah, I don't have to leave, but you're not well. Yeah.
You don't have to leave, but if you want, you can't be in party unless you're going into 6. Because it's what's left on our agenda.
The last
Yeah.
one.
And then from there, it's back into MSQ. After I take a brief break.
It's sleep for me. I have to be up at like, what? 4:30ish.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, but I want to get the sun.
That's
so I
a
don't
lot
forget.
worse than when I've got to get up, which is 8. I never thought I would say that.
I start at 6:30 a.m. I have to leave an hour before I start.
Fair enough.
Probably a bit more off. It's better if I leave a bit more than an hour, like an hour and 15, then I get there perfectly fine, but if it's an hour, it's a bit tight.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, early mornings. At least it's not as bad as Tuesday. Guess how bad Tuesday was.
It was Tuesday.
I started at 3:30 a.m.
Holy shit. Let it be known, Aurora works way too hard.
It's like, why? Why do people fly that early? I have to say it started at 3:30 in the morning. I'm like, this is when I, like, if I'm gaming late, I'll game, not let alone waking up and... Yeah, not a good day.
No. Yeah, yes. Early to me is like, and maybe it's because I basically sleep when apparently you'll wake like an hour before you wake up right now. Because I do stream, I'm still up for several more hours to like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning something.
Yeah, so it works for you. It's like everyone's lives are different, they have different things, but I'd rather work more.
But even still, you work a very tight schedule in that regard. Like I still consider 8:30 early even if I went to bed at 10, even though I've gone on a full night's. Though I also hate the morning and want to kill the sun. The sun, my mortal
Since
enemy.
you paid attention to the quest, my question is this a guy or a girl?
This is a chick, I thought.
Yes.
It's a chick? Why do I keep getting mixed up saying thinking they're guys and the girls?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure the remainder, all the keyword, both keywordeds, this one and the tree, are both female.
Oh, okay.
The same female?
No, different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this one is just one of the keyworders on this floor. So she's the she is the keyword, the chief of Abyssos, and then the other one's the chief of Tartarus.
Okay.
Yeah. Which was why when the story ended and it was like, wait, so we just like we just took back all of Pandemonium already at the end of this tier. Like, what are they doing next tier? And then it's like, oh, the thing is in the Etheric Sea in the present. I was like, okay, where the hell are we going?
Well, you don't know that. Hey, for sure. You'll
You
find
know
out.
that you and the healer are tied for chain stacks?
Yeah.
Like, what are they trying to prove?
I just keep forgetting to do, the check the orbs before they get fired off. It's one of those things you actually have to pay attention to what they're doing. You know, like the animation. Like clockwork. Oh, god damn it!
That's Lumi. The one
Lumi.
that's
Don't turn towards me when you've got a thing.
Ah, yeah.
The healer sabotaging himself.
Healer trying to kill. It's 3:30 in the morning now? Yes, and apparently Aurora is up at it.
Oh, I had to wake up to do it.
At 2 in the morning.
Yeah,
To work.
I believe it's 2:30. Yeah, I know. I was very resentful that I got that shift, I can tell you that much. Very
I mean, what are you working to need that early of a wake?
Airport.
Oh, goodness. I can see why the odd hours. I was like, for hours like yours, I'm just like, the thing I think is like, it's gonna be something that
still
runs
don't
all
load.
day.
Well, they still don't load all the bags, so therefore I finished the job.
Fair enough.
Probably a bad way of saying it, but
Busy day. Yeah, I was like, to have hours and shifts at such odd times, I was like, you're working at something that's 24 hour, and the first thing that came to my mind is like, medical field is like the immediate thought.
well, I was thinking of it, but I never really did it. Because germs, ew.
Yeah, I have an aversion for blood, so anything in the medical field is just like, please no. I give myself some leeway with Blackest Night.
Okay, I'm gonna drop off for a while.
Take care,
Gary.
Take care, Garu.
I will res you. Just let me finish my combo.
That was the legendary Garu, everyone. Okay, so they switch places, which means stand in the one that is felled. I definitely can tell who's either first time it is, or who didn't pay attention the first time around, and won by sheer dumb luck. I actually didn't even figure out the mechanic till like the end of my first captain's battle. Did not make sense of it. Goodbye.
Well, it was a bit beyond me my first run. I can kind of guess some of it, but still a bit. It's different.
The first time I didn't even notice the switch around symbols.
Oh yeah, I saw them, but I didn't really get it.
Yeah.
It's just like,
I just didn't see him at all. Like my camera was so zoomed in on the enemy. I was like, oh shit. Why am I getting hit? How did this happen again? Nandeo. This mechanic always reminds me of Emerald Weapon.
Oh.
Well, because Emerald Weapon has the same mechanic where it's hitting you, where you've got to do a bit of maneuverability while dodging a mechanic at the same time. At least,
that kind of makes sense. After grinding it out, I kind of forgot about it, to be honest.
Oh, most of us did. There's a lot of refreshing going on around here. On. Blackest Night, Dark Missionary. When I pop
called Dark Missionary, it always seems to sound sus.
It does. I think I once used it in a pun of like suggestively, like, I'm gonna do Dark Missionary. So I was like, I'm sorry, what? I was like, you heard me. Eyebrow waggle.
Okay.
I mean, there were too many times where even my model gets used off stream. If someone will say something sus, and I'm like, give me a second, let me start up my model, let me hook it up to a virtual camera, and then I'll just zoom in and just do eyebrows.
Also, like, the auto-translate in it is so sus. It's like, you know how you can do full thrust and all that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah.
And it's just like random, you've got your random options.
Yeah. Full
And with
thrust
those limited options, you can do so many.
Have you seen some of the adventuring cards? It's like...
I've never really delved too deep into that one.
So I've seen some, and there have been people who have... their whole thing is nothing but those, but it says a big story about what they like. It's like, how can you use these things, these auto-translates, and make such a sus sentence? Not even batting an eye. I will say this is not as bad as the Emerald Weapon Extremo. In that one, it would change tiers. It had 3 segments. Oh god, that was terrible. %. 10%. 5%. Negative 69%. I mean, what? I had to sneak one in.
Fair enough.
Okay. One, two, three. Crap. What's night? I gotta love it when everyone properly looks away. Would have been funny if I said that and immediately someone had turned theirs at me.
But everyone's got like reasonable merits it comes to.
Yeah! The hell, everyone else.
I know, I've been resing too many people, clearly.
And I've been throwing out everything in my DPS aspect. Although, part of why I did this with you is because I can now afford... Oh, and I unplugged my headset. There we go. Is because I also get 40 tomestones, and I can use those to get a ring, and then I can get the augmentation
I accidentally rolled on like pants, and then I rolled on a jacket, and I had 98, but then I got the shoes. And I'm like, oh, I could have got that shirt.
Could have gotten the shirt.
I could have got the shirt.
Oh well. There you go, Aurora.
Well, thank you for the help.
Oh, it was my pleasure. It was nice to take a quick break. I mean, I love the story, but it is nice to just mechanics for a bit.
It gets intense.
Hmm.
So the MSQ takes some time, because it keeps you in one area for quite a while where you don't have A twice or anything.
Hmm.
So you want to make sure you've got time to enjoy and immerse and enjoy the scenery.
Yes. Anyway, I'll let you get some sleep now, because you got an early day.
Yeah. Oh,
And I'm gonna go take
you and everyone else have a good night.
Night, Aurora. Thank you for being
Night.
here. I'm gonna go get some water.
You're welcome. Alright, bye.
Bye. That note, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna refill my water. See you in a few. And back. Sorry, I decided to take a proper bathroom break. Who knows how long we're gonna keep going. Again, I've got stuff I should do tomorrow. I actually have to do. But at worst comes to worst, what I'll do is once stream's done, regardless of time, I'll take a shower, or at least I'm clean. Put out a set of clothes and, like, ready to go, and deal with the day as it comes, because it's gonna suck either way. It's gonna be money. Replacing brake pads is money. You stole from now. So, what did the form decide? Put it bluntly, Master Matoya has burnt some bridges here in Sharlayan, and salted the earth for good measure, and it became clear that her student was the petitioner in question. Well, no few members voiced their discontent. Then the chamber was reminded in no uncertain terms, I might add, of the incredible debt we owe you and your companion. Basically, hey, put aside your grudges for the person actually keep going. And, of course, Fortunato was the one who totally told him. That served to silence the grumbles and stiffen a few spines. It was agreed that allowing you entry to the archive was the least we could do in return. That is wonderful news. Thank you both for speaking on our behalf. Yes, well, as I'm sure you're aware, this permission was not extended lightly. Forbidden knowledge is treated with the utmost caution, and there will be repercussions if it is not. I wish you well in your endeavor, and bid you good day. And he's off. But the fact that he basically went for us. Ever the same, that one. Uncompromising, aye. But that very stoicism is what Sharlayan needed to guide it through not one, but two exodus. Alright, that went rather well, I think. As a child, I dreamt up any number of schemes on getting my hands through on those forbidden tomes. Now I can simply walk through the doors. Our focus will be on finding House Dramer's research notes. The thought of so much knowledge at my disposal has me feeling a little giddy. You'll be heading directly from the archives from here, I presume. You presume correctly. Then you want to speak to with the index page when you arrive. It has been instructed to grant you access to restrictions. Excellent. Once again, we thank you for your help. Oh, it's my pleasure, believe me. May you find the knowledge you seek. Shall we? It is nice to finally get some... I know not everyone is a fan of Y'shtola. A lot of people are, but I know some people are. It's nice to finally have, like, a proper Y'shtola-centric time. A lot of the time, Y'shtola is either out of commission, or she's unavailable for other reasons. Which is why, you know, most of Shadowbringer, her area comes up last, and she's not she doesn't get a huge amount of focus outside of, like, immediate stuff. Her immediate, like, chapter. But it's nice to be reminded, hey, Y'shtola is more than just this now fusion black-white mage. This grey mage, if you will. Let's talk here first. Just Numenon. I think a set of instructions I laughably imagined might exist, but yards away from where you found me napping. If I had known of Azadil the Third's exploits sooner, I might as well save my days of research. Even a children's book might have put me in the right direction. To achieve the impossible, one must be flexible of mind and look beyond conventional wisdom. Lesson I had already learnt, clearly not taken to heart. Hello. Archon Y'shtola and guest identified. Do you wish to proceed into the restricted archives? Follow me if you would. What's your step? And please note that the use of naked flames is discouraged. No fire. That's gonna be a problem. My armor is literally has a literal circle of fire. I should not be allowed anywhere near these books right now. If I turn around on my heel, I can burn a whole one of those pillars. An auto one. I get the feeling like this is gonna have voice acting.
If House Damia's notes are to be found anywhere, it will be here. Let us begin.
I love Y'shtola's voice actress. Don't ask me why, I just do. This is one where I think I just like her the separate fact of liking Y'shtola's character is the fact I just like her range. Voice actress's range is great. Yes. We have to keep her on track, otherwise she might spend the rest of her life here. Okay, let's look at a weighty term. The Jama summon Ifrit. Counts of being a gigantic lizard being... Yeah. That's a volume about the origins of summoning, because we knew that part of the Eurasian campaign was the fact that Ifrit was summoned by the Amalja. Oh, here we go. The Epiphanies of House Damer. Following pages detail an advanced method of manipulating rift-spanning apertures devised by Nusala, the 9th Patriarch of House Damer. Present the research notes to faculty of Charlian's Stadium, both as a token of our friendship and an expression of our boundless admiration. Oh. Dola. Here. You have something to show me, do you? My apologies, I flipped open but a single book and was completely absorbed by the content. Good thing I've got a short attention span. Or at least that I have a focused one. Very well. Well done, Marx'to. I think you may have found our prize.
Yes, the ether signature is unmistakable. I've felt the traces of House Damia's resonance many times at the Great Work. Time to see what all the fuss was about.
We all understand it. I'm gonna stand in the middle of this room and avoid burning it down. Again, I am a walking fire hazard.
Among the ranks of the Void Sent, there exist entities with the power to call forth their brethren from beyond. The species known as Atomos, however, is uniquely prodigious in this regard.
That's...
From
yeah.
its distended maw, it can expel an endless procession of void-born creatures. A talent which sorely tested the Radiant Host in its battles against these abominations.
Eh? How did you use that information?
Surmising that the entity itself was acting as a void gate, we endeavored to capture a small specimen and subsequently examine its physiological structure.
Oh.
Our findings reveal that the Atomos had absorbed a planar fissure into its own flesh, which it could expand at will into a functioning gate.
Interesting. So it was a living gate at that point.
Upon further analysis, we identified an ethereal wave pattern emitted during this process. A pattern we were able to emulate by passing crystal-stored ether through a specially designed prism. We proceeded to embed said prism into an arcane simulacrum, thus completing what we have dubbed our artificial Atomos.
Okay. You can see why it's forbidden knowledge. Essentially, hey, here's how to build an even stronger void gate
How could I
spell.
have been so blind to the possibilities? This species, not to mention its ability to summon void scent, has been discussed among academics for years now. Just before the advent of the 7th Umbral Calamity, we received reports of Atomos sightings from every corner of Eorzea. Surely you've at least heard the tales.
Open their maws, let them through.
And still, House Daemir went and built a mock Atomos of their very own. I'm not surprised the Archons consigned their work to a restricted archive.
Yeah, it's risky considering
There's no
who
easy
used
task,
it.
but at last we've unearthed the volume we've been searching for.
It's actually super easy. It's the second one I read.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't tempted to stay longer. See what other forbidden titles might be lurking on these shelves. Ah, but that would be abusing the very special privilege we've been granted now, wouldn't it? Better not.
Yeah, unfortunately. Also, because you have a bad habit of using magic you shouldn't. High cost. I'm sure, again, we could get some information if... Because you have to look at it this way. If we can get this to work, it would definitely shift standing of the possibility of using other forbidden techniques under and trying to use them under controlled condition. So I would love starting to start crafting the Atmos. I'm afraid this is outside my field of expertise. Fortunately, we know a Hanish alchemist who would be delighted to involve herself in our House Daemir project. Our business here is concluded for the moment. Please pass the regards onto the form. Your message will be conveyed. Should you wish to indulge in more forbidden literature, I will be here. Patron mode disabled. Security mode engaged. If anyone can help us, Nidhana can. Should return to Favnir and look for her at the Great Work. Yeah, this will be helpful. Oh, lookout point. Actually gonna do it as a Reaper. A second. Like magic. EXP. Delicious. Okay, next. Go to Razadhan. Pardon me. Go to Razadhan. I'll pick up the ring. Wait, what ring am I wearing? If I've already got the ring for the tomestones, I will switch. I got 280. Oh, I'm wearing a radiant ring. I could upgrade that. Here. Dark Knight. You just need to pick up some coding. Na 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 na. Yeah. This world oddities. On coding, my last Gala coin. Perfect timing. Look at that. All works out. This one. Okay. Ring. Shove it back on. 602. The gear for causality, because I'm picking up a few of those. Actually, what does the lunar guillotine look like? Oh, it's a great sword. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. But I would rather the Pandemonium one. That looks friggin' awesome. Okay. Look at my current equipment. That's true. So I'm pretty satisfied with where my gear is, but I will keep trying to collect more and more of those tombstones. Oh, she's at the Great Work. I'm dumb. Are we even through 6.1? Give me a second. I'll look this up. Post-Endwalker main scenario quest. Restricted reading is... damn. Long. Then we can go to Buried Memory. Who found adventure? You know what? I'm kind of happy. It's nice that it's long and lore-filled, and it's not like just going, oh, we're sort of figuring it out. It's like, no, there's gotta literally figure it out piece by piece. Stoller tells me that you are pursuing the most fascinating study, and that you want me to be part of it. I have no doubt that you will be interested. This research log should speak for itself. Will it now? By the sisters! This is the mark of Hasdam Damir. I never even knew such work existed. You should. It was sequestered in Numion's restricted archive, after all. It was, but that means every word within is forbidden knowledge. A forbidden tome with forbidden research, and you put it right in my unsuspecting hands? I can hardly wait to read it! fellow scientist. What am I doing? Oh, yep. Wait. I'm very uncertain. To think how Demeter was developing such marvelous techniques so long ago. How many innovations have been lost over the centuries, I wonder? Now that you have glanced over the notes, what say you in helping us build a new mock Atmos? I say yes! 1,000 times yes! Working on a demo project that even had a redoubtable scholars of Charlie and trembling in their sandals. No alchemist of the Great Work could resist. You're a woman of my own heart, after my own heart. Oh, and I suppose I should ask, what do you mean to do with this big-mouth simulacrum once we build it? Well, we might as well bring you into the fold. So there is a secret void gate, and that it is sealed at the ruins at the bottom of the bounty. Today is a day of revelations indeed. If our purpose if the purpose of our man-made Atmos was to expand this hidden portal, then I would need to see it for myself, I think. Manipulating rift-spanning apertures is not the sort of thing you attempt without first taking into account every factor. Then by all means, accompany us to the vault. I shall lead us back there shortly, once I have finished gathering the components I require. Hola. Charlie's market provided the raw amethyst and the pure water crystal. But I might need help obtaining a small quantity of astrally infused water. For such a liquid, you need to go no further than the font of Maya. The aesthetics of old once favored the place of the aesthetics of old once favored the place for their meditation, and the water which pools there now is known to enliven the flow of Aether. Sounds perfect. If you would be so kind as to fill a flask at the pool, I would petition Vitra to join us. The idea I have in mind won't amount to much without his authority to command the Void Gate. Shall we be about it then? We'll meet back here anon. I'm liking it. A lot of times we've been caught on the back foot. Or even when we could be on the front, political situations have prevented us. In this specific case, this is an independent study. Because of that, it lends us a lot of good work. At least that's how I view it. Like, we aren't restricted like before. We're ultimately trying to change a political landscape to some degree to work more in our favor. Remember, this is the pool where a woman got thrown into by the blasphemy. Got it. What's funny is that's a relatively simple task. Unless you never got flying, even after Endwalker. Because otherwise you'd have to go to Palak for a shortcut. And then walk back. Spend the money to walk back to the Great Wharf after that. See? I'm just gonna get in my car. All that's needed. Oh, Astidian's joined us with Vashna. The boy Mahara was glad to hear news of the Foundation. It means a new life for him and his sister. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I forgot to mention, the font of Maya attracts aggressive wildlife. You should watch out for them when you go there next time. My apologies. Akon Yishtola recommend I join you. But of her plans, she offered scant materials. I feel like I'm putting into a way more stereotypical than I thought I would, but it's hard to hold. I should go really deep on it. You have that flask for me. Oh, you go, flask. Yes, this should suffice. Thank you, Marx'to. Dollar is eager to depart for the vault. Look who I came across. Estinius seemed in need of a new diversion, and we in turn may have need of his lance. What? Get the one. Right then, now that our little party's assembled, let's make our ways to the ruin. Will we have need of Messiah's boat again? Not this time. Once Yashtola informed me of the destination, I arranged for a vessel to be ready-made at Achille. Your Excellency is ever a gracious host, shall we? It's also nice that we're having sort of these stories that make a lot of sense for what we're trying to do. Like, again, Alize and Alphino are working hard in Galu. for the most part, Thancred is a little hard to track down unless someone has already seen him. Brain. Thancred is obviously not Thancred is obviously again hard to track down. Urianger's helping out with the Lop Ribbits. Dola obviously looking into information, thankfully with us now, and this Istinian being around. Trial and Grahad working hard at restoring the Basidian pool. The ship is yours to command. Thanks. We set sail at once. Oh, this is so exciting! Azadal's legacy. See the clue for the I just jumped into Scottish. See the clue for the legend with my own eyes. All aboard for the treasure vault. Ah! I thought we cleared this place of constructions last time we came through. We'd seen a few stragglers remain. Poor Vitra. Poor Vitra. He really should have spoken with Estinian before we left. I shuddered to think what we cost him in terms of construction. He laid waste to them, but ere I could utter a single word. I love the flavor text of that. You know, you don't see it, but apparently Estinian just destroyed a bunch more constructs.
The ruins alone were impressive enough, but I never dreamed such a treasure lay hidden in the depths of the bounty.
Yeah.
It may have been helpful to know this device existed, Your Excellency.
My apologies. The gate was a secret I shared with none but my closest advisors. I feared for what might happen should those with ill intentions learn of its existence.
And you're trusting me in your Stola. You may not have ill intentions, but... Are we trustworthy? That's the real question right now. You trust us.
What is it you're doing now?
There's something I wish to verify. The NOAA reports claim that a short stint into the void carries little risk of etheric imbalance. Should one suffer an injury, however, or if one's expedition drags on longer than intended, that risk becomes significantly greater.
So we need to prep in advance.
Theorized that a warding scale would confer protection from the void's corrupting influence. But I would prefer to test that hypothesis before we set foot in the 13th ourselves.
So, this is an experiment of sorts.
I mean, it's sensible.
Yes, an experiment. Tell me, how would you go about testing the efficacy of the warding scale?
Without putting us at direct risk? I mean, we might as well go look at myself. Say nothing and look meaningfully at Estinian. Really? Send to familiar. Like, yeah, because the first thing is you want to expose it to them. But doing so with a person risks losing them forever. Send a familiar in, and at the very least, you can test the warding scale's effects directly. And if it turns out it doesn't work, the familiar will simply be destroyed. I mean, we could send the Estinian. I'm going to definitely rewatch this scene and...
I see you've been paying attention. As Vritra sent his simulacrum, so too shall we rely on a familiar to bear the brunt of any unpleasant consequences.
I mean, it's a sensible precaution.
Now, a lowly imp can navigate a fissure, no matter how narrow. which means an arcane entity of similar stature should be able to manage the same.
So, I mean, we should have just brought someone with a carbuncle.
I
Not
hadn't wanted
Tataru.
it to come to this, but no other familiars will do, I'm afraid.
Oh wait, I think I've seen this scene because it's been all over Twitter.
I mislike the sound of that. What manner of fiend does she mean to summon?
From ocean rise and cloudbank form, from mountain spring and rainfall storm, from river flow and life be born. Water, frost and fire!
The fucking range! The fucking Stola!
Ready your arms. I fear she's been possessed.
Oh, come now. That was adorable.
It was! Justinian's reaction, though, is accurate. Aww. Oh, we saw these in Matoya's relic. Aww. He is down. So embarrassed. Oh, precious. Precious.
Though not my first choice. These familiars I conceived of as a child have the best chance of fitting through the gate.
I'm sorry, it's precious.
I only wish my younger self had considered a more dignified ending to the creation ritual.
I mean, did you have to go up all those octaves to do it?
In any case, these two should serve as well. This one will bear a warding scale.
Oh, two, to make sure that there isn't a false positive. See the effect of what happens
and when
to one.
they return from the 13th, we can observe how the talisman, or absence thereof, has affected the progress of the Void's corruption. If I could impose upon you to open the gate. Your Excellency?
Yes, of
Oh,
course.
you made a dragon. A literal
We should also be
dragon.
wary of void sense
freeze
slipping
up.
through while we conduct our experiment. Estinian, you are to keep Nadana safe from harm.
As you say.
You
We're all
had
just
best
like,
be on your
wow.
guard as well.
Can I comment? Rough and foam! Oh, fuck.
Oh, are you volunteering to join the Nixies? I could shrink you down, you know.
You could. I would survive, and you know that.
Let us begin, shall we?
I love teasing your Stola because she instantly bites back. And it's like, also because you know she does it in good jest. She's like,
Nixies, into the void.
those poor guys. They're self-aware enough to know what they're doing. And going straight into a void. You know what's weird? This music reminds me of Crash Bandicoot. Every time I come here, I am reminded of the dark portal above the Crystal Tower, and the final lash of Asjata's tail as she plunged into the void. Sister, save me! I will never see Y'shtola the same way again. Thoughtful form indeed. And now that you've said that... Oh, shit. I struggle to see Y'shtola as a little girl, the picture of Y'shtola as a little girl. Easier to believe that she's fully formed from one of Master Matoya's called. We need to wait for a time to ensure meaningful results. Be patient and keep watch for any intruders. How would they get in? In through the window? I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm sorry, that's still a funny joke from me from the David Tennant era of Doctor Who. Intruder, how did he get here? In through the window.
I think we've waited long enough.
Pulling back. Yep, that window to another world. Technically true.
Nixies, return to my side.
Oh no. Oh. Oh shit. One's good, one's bad. Oh. Oh. Oh jeez.
Thank you, little one. You did well.
It does.
The poor thing. Its essence has been irrevocably warped.
Damn. Oh shit.
We're out of time. I must reseal the void.
Please do. We've gotten our test results. Yeah.
They're coming through.
Hey, you got me an Estinian. It's a Stola.
In the name of Alzadal III, I bar this door unto the void.
Hey. We have our ability to go in there. The problem is getting the entrance defended.
Well, that was a sharp lesson in the dangers of void gates.
Sometimes you gotta stab yourself in the hand to know that a knife is dangerous.
And what of our experiment? I'd say the results speak for themselves.
We should check the other one to see if it's showing signs of corruption now. We may be only slowing the
unprotected
pace.
Nixie has suffered extensive etheric corruption. As Nidana observed, it's well on its way to becoming a void scent. The one merged with the talisman, however, appears unaffected.
Oh,
I sense no changes to its equilibrium.
that's good. That's something.
Rest now, little ones.
Graha's theory was correct then.
So it would seem. But while our second familiar was untouched by void energies, the talisman itself shows signs of degradation.
So it's taking damage.
It was, of course, originally designed to shield the soul from primal tempering. It stands to reason that etheric corruption of a different sort would affect it differently.
It wears down.
We may need to modify the warding scale's design to account for the 13th's uniquely unstable ether.
You've said much of the Void's instability, but my imagination fails me. What manner of place is this broken world?
Ah, my apologies. I forget that not all of us spend our days sequestered in dusty archives. The 13th is a reflection of the source that was drowned in a flood of darkness. In Emmett Selk's own words, this tragedy was a result of the Ascians' attempts to force a rejoining. They erred in their haste, and made of that world a useless void. You remember Una Kalhai, the unusual child we met during our troubles with the Warring Triad?
Yes.
He explained the fate of the 13th thus.
Another potential
The champions
dialogue.
of that ill-fated world used the stone known as Auracite to contain the power of primals. But those self-same heroes were gradually corrupted by the Auracite's bleeding energies, transforming into fiends with an endless hunger for ether. By the time anyone thought to oppose them, Light's strength had grown too feeble, and the balance of the 13th tipped into eternal darkness.
Fortunately.
And what of your own experience? Will you tell us of what you observed during Noah's expedition?
It was bad. They make contracts and have high cost.
I can picture it now. The sunless, Stygian expanse, infested with legions of ether-starved monstrosities. A void in every sense of the word.
True, we actually went there when we fought Cloud of Darkness.
What you have described in such lurid detail is exactly why I hesitate to encourage you.
Worry not, great Vritra. Our journey into the 13th is but the first leg of a longer voyage. A voyage that shall lead us to other reflections, to new mysteries and discoveries. And I mean to be there every step of the way. But first, I must focus on refining the warding talisman.
Then I can begin work on constructing an artificial Atomos. Or I could if I had the relevant manuals to hand. Might I be so bold as to request access to the Satrap's family archives?
Okay, yeah. Moving there, Vitra.
Your Excellency?
Oh, yes. That can be arranged. I will speak to my officials upon our return.
We will see you back in the city then.
Ow! My foot. Ah! Void Fury. There's one more quest left, but I'm gonna finish for tonight because I do have to get up tomorrow. I guess we'll make this a Final Fantasy 14 week. Don't log out here. Safe spot technically. Yeah, let me go that thing. Stop the music again. We're gonna go raid Keg. We're gonna raid Keg. Egg. Please send all our love towards his way. Tomorrow we'll actually start point 2. We'll finish off the last scene. The last quest of 6.1. Move on to 6. That'll probably be Friday. I'll see you guys then. Take care. Good night.